You got a small white one. Does that make a difference? That felt good.
Not Chris, because he told me he has a big black...
Belinda, I just can't understand how something so small can be so impressive.
He would know about that.
Spirit man only got 3 inches of meat and his foot was on stone.
When you're released outside, just stay on that path.
Cheeks with water, like a massive mouthful, please. Here we go. Looking forward to this. Okay, first we're going to 5 Live's football coverage of the Manchester United game on Tuesday. And I'm not sure the commentator was supposed to mention this bit of action live on air.
Now, a floater for Van Persie. Van Persie brings it down. He's got a defender up his backside now.
Oh, you weren't wrong. In Northwest tonight now. And I always said the weather presenter on that show was a real charmer.
Straight off the weather, Diane has a full moon for us.
I like that one.
Straight off the weather, Diane has a full moon for us.
Chris does this thing where he reads his mouth slowly, as you may see. Yeah.
How's the drive?
On Tuesday now, if you could take some more water, please. And a startling invitation from BBC Nottingham's Sarah Julian.
If you find parking a nightmare in the city, if you live in the city and you've got to get involved with this visitor parking scheme, we're looking for your thoughts on it. Having a debate this evening, a mass debate.
Oh, right over his head. First time Emily's watched this today, it's not disappointing. It's from Fanny. It's one of the Marseille players. Her name. His forename is... Great.
I was watching this game. I knew it would happen.
Yeah. Just ask him for it. So, his full name is Rod Fanning.
Even I gave up. Like, I was watching it, and it's really no point.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not enjoying the game.
Yeah, that's his name, yes. That's what I said. Anyway, ready? We're never going to get to this clip.
Gignac was away from goal under the penalty at Valbuena. Rather optimistically trying to find Fanny.
You're listening to Today on Radio 4 with James Nocty in Edinburgh and Evan Davis in London. It's 8 o'clock on Wednesday, the 18th of September.
London, just downstairs, and this clip from a few months ago when that station was experimenting with putting live cameras on their website.
Paul Perkins was listening. He said, "Thank you so much for playing Dusty Springfield." He says, if you can get your hands on a growler, I would like to do it on the webcam. I don't think we will. If anyone's got a growler, please phone up now.
Thanks, Joe Good. There's a type of pasty there for our listeners outside of the room.
That's horrible, isn't it? It's quite bitter. Quite bitter? You took a load in your mouth as well.
And a very useful tip for telling the difference between a willow warbler and a chaff-chaff. Ready? It is.
Well, these are visual differences.
and of course you need to get very good views of them to see that. But there is one other thing I can tell you, and that's their jizz.
And that was... Now this is from that documentary about the Queen. And they've all got nicknames down at the palace.
The new man in charge is retired General David Leakey.
I'm known as Black Rod. Black Rod now. There's some really good questions coming in. Some I don't really understand because I sort of dip in and out of Doctor Who. People were behind Italy, but then they say to themselves, well, you know, when the chips were down, we managed to keep the finger in the dike. Keep the finger in the dike. To get on this guy, maybe. Leave that on in your big picture.
Yeah, he's got his special trousers now.
I need to know.
With me, it's so already. Newsnight. An unusual
Do you believe he was maligned? However, you as an author and the Plantagenet. I mean, tell me about what you think about this dig.
You turn your back, you drop them, you give them a quick flash, then you cover up. Well, you've all been big enough.
The sea air is really getting to her.
My bottle might not be up to Mary's standard, but I'm hoping that Paddy's been able to clean it up. My bottle might not be up to Mary's standard, but I'm hoping that Paddy's been able to clean it up.
Of horror, I'd say, is that episode of his life. But I think we should say that he loved Fanny.
John's gone. Harley's fine. Just a little bit. That was Charles Dickens' sister called Fanny they were talking about that.
That he loved Fanny.
Jeremy Vine on Radio 2. Okay, to BBC Essex now.
Right.
And there seems to be some kind of barbecue talking point on the agenda. More water, loads of water. Here we go.
Well, that is the barbecue sorted then, but what about the bangers? Well, Claire Holland, you judge sausages for a living.
I'm afraid I don't. Does that mean you need a lot of sausages?
Limit Chris to this one.
Our friends on the BBC show Plastics How It Works have explained the story in loving detail, recreating their initial solution and dipping their balls in it. I think we could create a nice little picket fence in the hedgerow there, and that will potentially add an additional front entrance to the home. Trimming back the bush to reveal a clear entrance has to be a smart move. It'll create the perfect first impression and stop people heading for the back door.
Good advice there, Phil.
So many of you have got weird problems with food. Where was my favourite one? My girlfriend loves sausage, but she hates toad in the hole.
Who wants to give me a hand? Someone going to offer their hand up. Yeah, that's messy business. So we're going to simply make some little balls with our hands.
Why do you go for small balls, not big balls?
It's a good question. Thanks, Jack.
As yet, it's only Janet and Katie that have identified the meat of duck. Janet knows how to bone a duck, that's for sure. Over 3,000 feet in the air, it's the first time 59-year-old Fiona MacArthur has ever been winched.
Would you let anyone play your bagpipes?
Oh, why would you let anyone blow my pipes? No.